Mason Mount is the first Chelsea Academy player to be nominated for the Ballon d'Or since John Terry. Absolutely insane. Welcome back to another video. I'm super excited to be back producing some content for you all. I was so sick last week. I had to cancel all of my streams. I wasn't able to do any videos, and I'm finally feeling better, but it's the international break, so there really wasn't all that much going on. But finally, we have some news worth covering. The Ballon d'Or nominees have been announced, and there are 10 Chelsea players, 5 from the men's team and 5 from the women's team that are nominated this year, which is just absolutely insane, utter dominance. So I'm kind of gonna go through all of the players that have been nominated and what their chances are of winning the Ballon d'Or. Before I get into any of the Chelsea contenders, I want to first go through the 3 main contenders I think that they're going to be up against to see if these Chelsea players have a chance of actually winning the Ballon d'Or against these players. So the first is Lionel Messi. Of course, he scored 38 goals and got 14 assists for Barcelona in 47 games for the club this season. And not only that, but he won the Copa America with Argentina. So I honestly think that Lionel Messi is probably the favorite this year to win the Ballon d'Or. I think it's going to be his to lose. I mean, he just puts up such insane statistics that we're like normalizing it. But if you think about it, it's more than a goal contribution every game, which is absolutely insane. So I think he's probably going to be the one to beat this season. Next up is Cristiano Ronaldo. He has 36 goals and 4 assists in 44 games for Juventus. And this is honestly really impressive as well. Unfortunately, Portugal did not make it past the round of 16 in the Euros. And so while his stats are so incredibly impressive, I think since Juventus didn't win Serie A, since he didn't get that far in the Euros, I don't think that Ronaldo is a main contender this season. Next up, we have Robert Lewandowski. Honestly, I think that he should have won the Ballon d'Or last year, but they didn't have it because of COVID. But I think that he was absolutely insane. So maybe we'll see some redemption. I think it's going to be really tight, but listen to these stats. They're absolutely insane. 48 goals and 9 assists in 40 games. In 40 games! That's insane. Poland didn't make it past the group stages in the Euros, unfortunately, but he did score 3 goals in 2 games. So I really think that Lewandowski is a contender for the Ballon d'Or. I feel like it's going to be really like him and Messi. But now let's see if any Chelsea players could potentially battle them for the win. Next up, we have N'Golo Kante from Chelsea, and of course he won the Champions League. Unfortunately, France didn't get that far in the Euros. He made it to the round of 16, which I think doesn't work in his favor, but he has 4 man of the match performances in the Champions League, 1 against Atletico Madrid, 2 against Real Madrid, both home and away, and then of course in the final of the Champions League. And I think that that is absolutely insane. That is not talked about enough. That is so incredibly difficult to do. Not only that, he won the UEFA midfielder of the season. So I really feel that N'Golo Kante is one of the top contenders for Ballon d'Or, and I could see him making a top 3, maybe top 4 finish. I think he's just that good. Next up, we have Jorginho. He has basically won everything this year. He won the Champions League with Chelsea, the Euros with Italy, and the UEFA Men's Player of the Season. So he has had a really impressive season. I think he's probably going to be one of the main ones to battle with Messi and Lewandowski, along with N'Golo Kante. I really think that those are going to be the top 4. What the order is, I don't know. I think it really comes down to Jorginho had a very good season with both of his teams for club and country. Messi also had a good season individually. He scored a lot of goals. He won the Copa America with Argentina, but is that enough having Barcelona lost La Liga and not gotten very far in the Champions League? So I really think that that's what it's going to come down to, which is more important. I don't know, you guys tell me. I will give my prediction at the end of this video, but it is extremely close. Next Chelsea player is Azpilicueta. Can I tell you, my jaw hit the ground when I saw he was one of the nominees. I'm so happy for this guy. I mean, he was said to be on the decline, that he wasn't going to be playing much first team football. And what does he do? I mean, he just continues to put in brilliant performances. He still is getting assists brilliantly. I mean, he's now won everything with Chelsea. He's won the Champions League this season. He can play anywhere across the defense. He is just such an important player for Chelsea, and you know what? He deserves to be in this conversation. I don't even care. He made it to the semi-finals of the Euros. Now Spain is in the finals of the Nations League as well. And you know what? I'm just going to be shameless. Aspi prop till the end. Aspi prop till the end. So we are on the Aspi for Ballon D'or train on this channel over here. Get on board. Next up, we have Mason Mount. Mason freaking Mount, you guys. He's only 22 years old, and like I said at the start of this video, he's the first academy player from Chelsea to be nominated for the Ballon d'Or since John Terry, which is just absolutely insane. He's just 22. He has 9 goals, 9 assists in all competitions last season for Chelsea. So he is adding goals and assists, but I know that he would like to have had more. He scored in the semi-final against Real Madrid. That was absolutely iconic, and also got the assist in the Champions League to that Kai Havertz goal. And he was also in the finals with England in the Euros. So I can honestly see these shots as well. I don't think that Mason is going to be in the top contenders, but what an achievement just to reach this spot, to be one of the 30 players nominated in the world is absolutely insane and massive congrats to Mace on that. Last up, we have Lukaku. So obviously Lukaku did not play for Chelsea last season, but he has 30 goals and 10 assists in 44 games for Inter Milan. They won Serie A. He also won the Player of the Year, and honestly, that's almost a goal contribution every game. And I think that we see the numbers that Messi and Ronaldo have been putting up for years and years. I don't realize how freaking insane that is. Fortunately, Belgium didn't make it that far in the Euros either, so I don't think Lukaku is going to be one of the main names this season, but I think, you know, 5 Chelsea players is absolutely insane. Lukaku is a beast. Let's go on to win it all again this year, and I think he could perfectly be in the conversation again next year. As for my prediction, it's so hard. I think if you look at who individually has been the best player this year, I really feel like you have to give it to Messi. I just feel like nobody's on his level. But I really think that given everything that Jorginho won, he could completely be a good shout. But I'm going to go for Messi. I also think Lewandowski had like an absolutely insane season. But given that Poland didn't go very far in the Euros and Bayern Munich didn't go very far in the Champions League, I'm going to go Messi, Jorginho, Lewandowski, Kante, but maybe Kante gets third as well. I want Kante. I would love for Kante to win the whole thing because I think he's the cutest human, and I just want to see a picture of him with the trophy. But that's my prediction. Let me know what yours is. And now let's get into the women's side of things. So Chelsea women also have 5 nominees: Magdalena Eriksson, Jessie Fleming, Pernille Harder, Sam Kerr, and Fran Kirby. Chelsea women, of course, won the Women's Super League last season, and they got to the final of the Champions League and unfortunately lost it to Barcelona, and that game was just so difficult, but I know that they're gonna come back stronger this year. And they also won the Continental Cup last season, so I really think that Chelsea and Barcelona players are the main ones competing for this year's Ballon d'Or. First up, Magda Eriksson, Chelsea women's captain. Like I said, won the Women's Super League, got to the final of the Champions League. Chelsea conceded just 10 goals in all of their games, with Magda at the heart of that defense. Not only that, she got a silver medal in the Olympics with Sweden, which is making her one of the contenders for the Ballon d'Or. Next up, Jessie Fleming. I'm not going to repeat all of the Chelsea awards because we kind of know what they won. I said it at the beginning, but she won a gold medal with Canada at the Olympics. She's a great playmaker, really a box-to-box midfielder, great passer and progressor of the ball as well. Next up, we have Pernille Harder with 13 goals and 4 assists in the Women's Super League and in the Champions League. This was a big decrease from her 27 goals with Wolfsburg last season in the league. I was expecting a little bit more, but I think it takes time to get adjusted to the team. Chelsea also have a lot of goal scorers, so I don't think she's going to be one of the leading names this season, but I'm excited to see what she does in the coming season. Next up, we have Fran Kirby, and these numbers are just absolutely insane. She has 22 goals and 13 assists for Chelsea in the Women's League and in the Champions League. She also won the Football Writers Association Women's Player of the Season. I honestly think that Fran Kirby is one of the top players that's competing for the Ballon d'Or this year, and I really think that she could have a top 3 finish. She's just incredible. Next up, we have Sam Kerr, who is really off and running for Chelsea. She has 24 goals and 10 assists in the league and Champions League last season, which is absolutely insane. She won the Golden Boot in the league. She also scored 6 goals in 6 games for Australia in the Olympics, and she lost out to a bronze medal in the playoffs against the USA. So she is also one of the top contenders. I mean, those stats are just absolutely insane. She can't stop scoring. I think the main competition for the likes of Fran Kirby and Sam Kerr is going to be Alexia Putellas, who won the Champions League with Barcelona. She won the Primera Iberdrola, which is the women's league in Spain, with Barcelona as well, and she also won the Copa de la Reina. She has an astounding 22 goals and 16 assists last season, so I think that she's probably the front runner, but I really hope that Sam or Fran give, that kind of rhymes, Sam, Fran, not really, but a little bit. I really hope that they give her a run for her money, because I would love to see one of them win. So guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I tried my best to bring a rational perspective to who I think could win the Ballon d'Or and to represent both Chelsea men and women's teams. Chelsea should be so incredibly proud that they have 10 nominees in their mix, which is just absolutely insane. I really tried my best. Obviously, I've been watching the men's game for so many years, every single game, so my knowledge is a lot more in depth, but I really tried my best to represent the women's game to the best of my knowledge. If you have any comments or any suggestions, please of course leave them down below and let me know who you think is going to win the Ballon d'Or for both men and women. I'm curious to hear who you think deserves it. So we'll try to produce as much content as possible. To be honest, I'm going to France this weekend, and so I'll probably be off the grid a bit until Wednesday, but I'm really excited to start getting back to content. I have some guests lined up, some surprises for this month. You guys don't even know what's coming. I'm so excited. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure to drop it a like, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, I'm out.